The military has reiterated its commitment to duty in working to ensure the sustenance of peace, law, order and stability in the country before, during and after the forthcoming elections. In a statement signed by the Director, Defence Information, Major General Chris Olukolade, it says the military is concerned about the tension being generated in certain quarters with regards to the role of the Nigerian military in the ongoing political activities and recent developments in the country. A part of the statement reads, "It has become necessary to reassure Nigerians that the military will remain professional and non-partisan in all operations and activities relating to this crucial exercise, while also working with all security agencies and stakeholders in the process." End of quote. While appreciating Nigerians who've remained calm during this sensitive period of the nation's history, he says the military is fully aware of the fact that security of the nation is paramount. Now, the Supreme Court of Nigeria has dismissed an appeal filed by a member of the People's Democratic Party challenging the decision of the Court of Appeal to stop him from contesting the 2015 election. In dismissing the appeal, the panel of 7 justices, led by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Mahmood Mohammed, said the appellant had no business joining in the eligibility against the president. The PDP member had approached an Abuja High Court over the charge, but the Supreme Court dismissed the case. To some more politics, and the People's Democratic Party Presidential Campaign Organization has accused the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission of planning to aid the All Progressives Congress to rig the 2015 elections. The Director of Media for the campaign organization, Mr. Femi Fani-Kayode, who was speaking in Abuja, alleged that the chairman is doing this through the manipulation of the permanent voters' cards collection process.
For an elderly man, we express our concerns today that JECA may have decided to aid the APC to rig the forthcoming elections through the manipulation of the production, distribution, and collection of PVCs, such that emerging trends have consistently shown calculated attempts to deprive parts of the country that would traditionally vote for President Jonathan of their PVCs, whilst the parts of the country that would traditionally vote for the APC presidential candidate, General Muhammadu Buhari, are already armed with their PVCs. Our campaign organization would want Professor Jega to answer the following questions. A. Why are the PVC collection rates in the North Central, South South, Southwest, and Southeast much lower, with the highest being 57%? Is it because these geopolitical zones may be pro-Jonathan? B. Why does the Northwest Zone, which includes Katsina, that's Buhari's home state, have the highest collection rate of 80%? C. How come the Northeast also has 75% collection rate, when in fact 3 states in this zone, Adamawa, Borno, and Yobe, have been under the attack of Boko Haram insurgents, a development that has led to the displacements of many residents? Did the internally displaced persons come back there to collect their PVCs? We've made an allegation, a very serious allegation. We have our facts, we have our figures. We know what's going on. It's not everything that we have to say at one time or in one press briefing. Absolutely. There's plenty more for us to say when the time is right. We will decide what to say and when to say it. I don't think it's fair for us to be expected to say everything in one press briefing. We'll take it step by step. We're giving him the opportunity to respond.
Director of Media for the PDP campaign organization, Mr. Femi Fani-Kayode. In the meantime, the All Progressives Congress is protesting the results of the June the 21st, 2014 Ekiti governorship election and has asked the National Assembly to launch a probe into the role allegedly played by the military in the polls. The party today, at a press conference in Lagos, addressed by its National Publicity Secretary Alhaji Lai Mohammed, played some purported secret audio recordings to journalists where, according to them, some federal government officials and top members of the PDP, including the former Minister of State for Defense, Senator Musiliu Obanikoro, Police Affairs Minister Jalil Adesina, Osun State PDP governorship candidate Iyiola Omishore, and the Governor of Ekiti State, Ayo Fayose, was said to have held a secret meeting with the military commander, Brigadier General Aliyu Momo, on modalities of rigging the Ekiti polls. The purported secret audio recordings, which are said to have been recorded by the intelligence officer of the 32 Artillery Brigade, Captain Sagir Kole, revealed how, according to the APC, the military plotted to perfect modalities of rigging the Ekiti polls. The party has faltered the outcome of the elections and are now asking for a probe of the alleged role of the military in the election. The APC also asked that the military should not be used for policing duties during the election. Meanwhile, the party is accusing the government of planning to use the military to rig the 2015 elections. The party finally warns that it will not allow the issue to be swept under the carpet and will make sure that anyone who played a role in the plot to rig the Ekiti election is brought to justice. Now, while all that back and forth is going on, political parties in Kano State, northwest Nigeria, have signed an election peace accord with the Nigerian police. The police commissioner in Kano, Mr. Adenrile Shinaba, said the peace pact represents an agreement between parties to conduct themselves in a peaceful manner. He says no excuses will be entertained from anyone who breaches these agreements. The security guidelines for election campaigns include no violence, no inciting comments, and no carrying of weapons by party supporters. Let's take a break from political stories. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation says there's no money missing from the Federation's accounts, as alleged by reports in the 2014 accusing the corporation of failing to remit about $49.8 billion crude oil proceeds into the government coffers. Addressing a press conference in Abuja, the NNPC Group Managing Director, Dr. Joseph Dawa, said the forensic audit exercise conducted by PricewaterhouseCoopers cleared the NNPC and its subsidiaries from all indictment. He said the outstanding $1.48 billion NPDC signature bonus mentioned in the forensic audit is a balance of the book value of divested assets as assessed by the Department of Petroleum Resources, which will be paid into the Federation account as soon as all records are reconciled.
To insinuations by some media report, the NNPC or any of its subsidiaries was not indicted by the PwC forensic audit report. The entire revenues accruable to the Federation during the period have been fully accounted for in the report, and the various components of the accruable revenue have also been clearly categorized. The issue of outstanding $1.48 billion NNPC signature bonus in court is in fact the balance of the book value of the divested assets as assessed by DPR yet to be paid into the Federation account by NNPC. This does not in any way constitute an indictment. Meanwhile, this value is still being reconciled with the Department of Petroleum Resources. Let me emphasize that there is no money missing. No money missing. However, the delay in payment of the true value of the divested assets is due to the unfinished reconciliation process amongst NNPC, DPR, and other agencies of government. It is therefore pertinent to note that the $1.48 billion amount was not part of the alleged unremitted revenues from crude oil sales, but the balance of the good and valuable consideration of the divested assets as assessed by the Department of Petroleum Resources.
When the news at 10 returns, Minister of Power Chinedu Nibo attributes epileptic power supply to vandalism. That's on Business News. Do join us again.